it looks like the seller has actually packed in one of these plug converters. I won't really need that because I've got plenty of USB chargers. Okay, so here we have the actual packaging. Looks like the packaging itself is a sleeve sort of style. So you take that out. So it says life's good when you play more. I think that's the LG V20 sort of slogan, because they seem to have this on the battery, as I recall. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead with opening this this phone up. Let's just go ahead. Okay, so it's actually quite nice packaging. The design is actually quite nice, the way that they've managed to sort of have it so that when you open it, it opens up flat. You've got the phone on the left, and then you've got the general accessories in the middle here. So it looks like that's a USA charger. Now this is actually the dual SIM model. I believe they call it the H990DS. And they've given a USB-C cable. Just have a look at this. Yep, it is USB-C. Yep. Okay, so you've got the charger there. This is going to be a quick charge version of this. See if there's anything else in here. No, doesn't seem to be anything else. Let's see what's in here. This actually looks like it contains some headphones, or earphones rather. Let's have a look. Ah yes, so there are actually a few other YouTube videos where people are unboxing the LG V20, and they are complaining that there aren't any headphones included with the phone. I believe that the US version is applicable for headphones. However, you have to go through a procedure of filling out a form and then attempting to get the headphones by waiting a few weeks. So these headphones here actually seem to be Bang & Olufsen headphones. Yes, you can see the you can actually see the Bang & Olufsen logo on the side there, and looks like there's a built-in microphone and a volume control, which is quite nice. Okay, so let's see what else there is in here. Okay, there's some replaceable rubber ear mountings. There are actually some ear mountings already on here. Okay, so I'll just put that aside for the moment. Okay, so let's have a look at the actual phone itself. So I believe that this is to actually pull it out here, this little tab. Take the phone out and have a look at it. Okay, size-wise, I would say that holding it, it feels a little bit wider than the Note 7 did. Now, the actual build quality seems to be very, very good. It's actually got a metal back. This is the international Bang & Olufsen version. As you can see, it's got the B&O logo there. Yeah, I do actually like this design a lot more compared to the V10, which was the previous model to this. Again, LG did not release the V10 in the UK or Europe. Again, to this day, I don't know why they didn't do that. Very strange. Okay, so it looks like they've got the power button and fingerprint sensor there. The fingerprint sensor does look like it's got plastic on it, so anyone who does buy this phone, remember to remove that plastic before you use the fingerprint sensor. So LG have actually got a button here, which when you press it, it supposedly opens the back, yes, which is quite easily done there. So I suppose at the back here you can actually see that there is a couple of things here. There's a dual SIM slot there, and just under the dual SIM slot there is an SD card slot. So yeah, so I can actually put 2 SIM cards in here, which is pretty cool. So in the rest of the packaging, it looks like they have included a manual, which is quite nice, a quick start guide. What is actually quite nice is, although this is the imported international version, the nice thing about it is everything is actually in English. And this is, as I said before, the H990DS version, DS standing for dual SIM. Here we have the battery. So let's just do it. Okay, yeah, so they've got the little slogan on the battery there. So this is a 3,200 milliamps. That's the milliamps on the battery. So let's put this into the phone and fire it up. Okay, so yeah, as you can see there, the battery fits in quite nicely. It's a pretty big battery, to be honest. Okay, so let's put this in there. Okay, so this phone actually has 2 rear-facing cameras. One I believe is 16 megapixel, and the other one I believe is a wide-angle 8 megapixel camera. You've got your dual LED flash there, a couple of sensors there. One of them would be providing laser focus. You can probably hear some fireworks going off outside. Okay, so I'm going to go through the actual setup and go through the various options. You've probably noticed there that it's actually defaulted to English United Kingdom, which is quite interesting because obviously, as I said, this is actually the imported version. I was expecting it to be all in Korean. So yeah, let me just go through the setup and then we can actually see what this phone is like once it's on the home screen. Okay, so I've actually gone through the setup procedure, and the phone is now on the normal home screen, as you can see. It's the screen itself, it looks good, but not as good as an AMOLED screen. Again, this is a very strange thing I find about LG. If you look at their TVs, they're boasting about OLED technology on their TVs, yet they haven't put that technology in their phones, which is again really strange. I can't get my head around that. Anyway, so the phone itself with the battery, I would say weight wise it feels generally the same as the Note 7, but as I mentioned before, width wise, when you are holding it like this in one hand, it does feel a little bit wider than the Note 7 did. Now this phone itself has the power button at the back here, along with a fingerprint sensor. That seems to be working quite well. I haven't actually tested it that much because obviously I've only just unboxed this phone. But yeah, other than that, you know, it does seem to be quite a nice feel. It's got a premium feel, and I would definitely recommend that if you are somebody who returned their Note 7 and you are looking for something which is same screen size, around about the same power, 4 gigs of RAM, then this is a very, very good handset. Now, there is a downside to this handset, and that is that there is no virtual reality headset. For those of you that don't know, the LG V10 and the V20, they have a secondary display at the top here. The secondary display itself allows you to put like your favorite applications or most used applications, and you can also get notifications up there as well. You can also set a little signature. What I'll do is I'll actually make another video going through various bits and bobs of this phone, and I'll do that a little bit later on down the line, just to give you guys a bit of more of an insight on what this phone has to offer. But yeah, once again, the cameras on this phone, I haven't actually tested them yet. I will be testing them as well, so I'll make another video with some test images from all of the cameras. Looks like on the V20 they've only got one front-facing camera here. On the V10 they actually had two front-facing cameras. So it looks like they realised that not many people were actually using the two front-facing cameras on the V10, hence why they've just added one. That's fine, that's okay. Well, there it is, guys. That's the LG V10 in the United Kingdom. And yeah, the last thing I've got to say is just a few words to LG, or if there are any LG representatives watching this video. I think it's extremely sad that LG did not release this phone officially in the United Kingdom or Europe, because there are plenty of people who would have purchased this phone. They would have happily gone to places like Carphone Warehouse, places like Argos, places like all the networks, and this phone would have actually sold quite well. So it's a big disappointment in that respect. But you know, what can you do? You can obviously explain until you're blue in the face, but these big companies, whether they'll listen, I don't know. Okay guys, so that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much.